The FTC has found that YouTubers were paid for giving good opinions recently, and isn't it so good? No one was named except Pewdiepie, so we can all just blame Pewdiepie. No, we're not blaming Pewdiepie. Well, we are. He's the only one who was named, though this was apparently across many YouTube influencers, and they were paid between hundreds of dollars to tens of thousands or thousands. Tens of thousands? Good grief, that's a lot. That
possibly,
sounds, that sounds fake to me that it's so big. But
it is a brand new marketing wilderness out there.
So the FTC did rule that they did do this, and to punish them, they got pretty much a slap on the wrist, which is you have to disclose more that you paid someone for their good review or good mentions of something as opposed to hiding
spokespeople.
Yeah. This is...
Well, it's not quite, because you're not actually, you're still through your own channel.
Yeah, but you have to make it clear that you were paid to say this. I mean...
No, you can't just hashtag commercial.
No, hashtag ad. But
ad,
well, it's because they were written in the description, and people would have to click show more to see that. You should be saying it in the video. And what bothers me about this is that it just ignites the fire of people who make wild accusations of like film critics, oh, they were paid to bash Batman v Superman, and they were paid to say they liked Ghostbusters, and we disagree and we hate them. But I mean, if you look at, it's two different worlds, really. I mean, we look at influencer culture, and we look at like, I guess even video game journalism, though I don't think, I would call this more like video game influencer and promotion as opposed to an actual like journalistic site that is respected. As opposed to, hey, this is my channel.
If the median age of your subscriber base is 12, then,
Well, it's two different things. And it's like the influencer world isn't something that's really policed yet. I mean, like with journalism, there is, maybe it's not abided by all the time, but there is a code of ethics, and there is a code for film critics, professional film critics to follow. And here it's very blurred. I mean, you can be rewarded or punished by companies for like saying negative things about them. Here we have this ruling about kind of hiding that people were paid promoters. It's not like on Instagram when you see 100 ads for girls drinking tea that makes you shit yourself.
I want tea now.
Yeah, diet tea will make you shit yourself. And no one paid me to say that.
that one you can have for free.
On the house. But it's just a very muddled world.
Yeah.
I mean, and I think even in the world of professional video game journalism, there is some amount of punishment for being, giving a negative review to something.
Especially if that's your entire livelihood.
Well, like Kotaku talked about it recently. They were blacklisted at Ubisoft, and they're like, hey, because it might be because they released some.
I think that was that was like half leak, half pooping on
but
things.
it's just like sometimes that does happen. Like you don't get the next release or you don't get the next copy. Whereas in the film world, that doesn't happen. Maybe they won't be as accommodating to you, but you won't be disinvited.
To the premiere, but you still go.
Them, but you still get to watch it at some point. And it's like a completely different world. And I think it sucks. It sucks for those people who have been working hard and genuinely using their skills to analyze and critique things. And then we have, oh, you're being paid and here's the proof. It's not necessarily proof.
Yeah, exactly. And being singled out like that, like I appreciate, I would want to know, I mean, not necessarily in this case on this particular ruling, but like if you were going to release a name, you need to release all the names because then you're just scapegoating.
Well, yeah.
So
I mean,
I just feel bad.
It's not just Pewdiepie.
No, and it can't possibly be,
I mean, we also have recently the Counter-Strike Go controversy with Trevor Martin and Tom Castle, who are the owners of the betting site related to it, and a lot of murky area. And this whole area is so new. It's like a wild pioneer. It's not something that we've been policing for a while.
Ghost in the Shell tried to warn us.
What?
I don't know. This is Frontiers, the cyber world.
I like Ghost in the Shell. How does this apply?
Well, because they have a lot of people trying to monopolize on the darknet. But I agree with you, though, that it's this kind of thing that, yes, logically, you go, it needs to be
there needs to be some
regulated, and there needs to be some
rules.
sort of, even like you're saying, a code of ethics. Even if it's not something that you can necessarily force people to follow, if there is this code and this society and behavior around it that people start to expect,
Mm-hmm.
then these outlier incidences will be less at least.
You know, it does kind of suck that
Yeah.
PewDiePie is the only one named, because I do actually respect what he does.
I met him. He's a nice guy,
He
too.
does videos sometimes talking about like the inside baseball of what he's doing.
Yeah.
Like he did one about like, look, I know you all complain about clickbait, but if I didn't put clickbait out there, I wouldn't survive.
No.
Which is kind of the double standard.
Yeah.
Like he's been really honest and real and bold about a few things. So I respect him on that level. I'm sorry that I don't know whose fault this is though. Is it his fault? Is it Warner Brothers' fault? Is it the company's fault? Is it the whole system's fault? I don't know who's to blame, and I don't know if you can. Well, I mean, you can directly blame people for taking money, even if, because you kind of know what's right and wrong, but maybe, I don't know. I don't know, dude.
Who's seedier, the one who offers the shady deal or the one who takes the shady deal?
And who's to define what is shady? Who indeed?
Who be throwing shade? Is that the same thing?
Audience, who be throwing shade? What do you think, and who is to blame in this matter? Is it Warner Brothers? Is it the company hired by Warner Brothers? Is it the influencers who took the deal? Should there be something in place? Let us know below in the comments, and please like and subscribe for more.